One class. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to day one of data analytics with Power BI at Business Data Laboratory. Trust we all are doing fine. So our agenda for tonight, we're going to be having introduction in today's then question and answer. So by the end of today, we would have covered. Oh. Okay. Mr. Ridwan. Hello, Mr. Ridwan.
Any problem?
In fact, I'm just realizing that there's a mistake in this thing.
Okay, what's the problem?
This one, can you see where I'm moving?
No, you open that of R.
No, it's for Power BI. See. Can you see? Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Business Data Laboratory Workshop, Day 1 Data Analytics with Power BI class. So tonight, we're going to be starting our first class on how to use Power BI for data analytics to create beautiful and insightful reports. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is why a career as a data analyst to start with, then why Power BI as an option, then why learn from Business Data Laboratory, then we get to meet our instructors. So why a career as a data analyst? To start with, we should first know what a data analyst is and what a data analyst does. A data analyst is a data professional who's started with the responsibility of gathering data and organizing the data, using the data to help build meaningful, to help reach meaningful conclusions through visuals and reports. So the first thing the data analyst does is to source and gather data according to the business problem the data analyst intends to use the data to solve. Then he or she ensures to source and gather the data corresponding to the business problem. Then afterwards, usually, especially when it comes to real life data, they are usually dirty. So in fact, most times the data analysts will have to spend up to maybe 60 or 70% of their time cleaning and organizing the data. So after that, use the data to reach meaningful conclusions through analysis, the right ones according to the aim of the data analytics. Then afterwards, he or she communicates the results through visuals and reports, because visuals and reports are easily understood faster than the raw reports. So why a career now as a data analyst? Currently, salaries range from 168,000 naira to 481,000 naira or more, especially for experienced data analysts. That's in Nigeria. Then you have the option of working remotely or hybrid work option. By hybrid, we mean you work on site and remote interchangeably. Then after that, you also have the option of freelancing, working as a freelance data analyst, or you start your own consulting firm. Then why learn from Business Data Laboratory? We run our classes in person. Then for our classes, the virtual classes, we all We run our classes, we have Zoom meetings for our virtual classes, then we record our classes, especially we have them on YouTube. So if you've missed a class, you have the option of going through it again. Then we share documents, we have this shared documents management option too, so that the resources we use for our classes, we're ensure to pass them through to the trainees. Then also have weekly and weekend online classes. Part of the weekly classes are what we have tonight. Then also have weekend online classes as. Then our curriculum. Our curriculum is a skill tailored curriculum. It's a skill tailored curriculum. Our schedule is flexible to fit in for almost every occupation, whether you're a student, you are a working class professional or whatever. Then we have virtual classes too. So you do not have to be physically present where we are. You can always reach out to you everywhere you are. Then our instructors are dedicated and supportive, such that they ensure to help the students realize their aims for the classes. Then also the projects we do during the classes are portfolio ready, so that by the end of the classes, the courses, you'll be able to build a portfolio that will be used, and a portfolio that will be readily available for you to present to your potential employers. Then let's meet our instructors. We have Bidikusu Wumi Olatunji. She has an MSc in Information Technology. She's a data scientist and an R Shiny developer. She's as well a certified R Studio instructor in Tidyverse and R Shiny, and also a certified Scrum Master, Product Owner, and Agile Coach. Remember, at Business Data Laboratory Limited, we are an agile-driven company. Then we have Amaya Robinson, Uganda. He's from Uganda. He has a BSc in statistics. He's a data scientist and an R Shiny developer, and as well a certified R instructor in Tidyverse. Then we have Adejun Edwan Suleiman. He has a BSc in statistics. He's currently running his MSc in statistics too. He's a data scientist and an R Shiny developer, and as well a Udemy instructor. Then we have Faida Bukola Belu. She has a BSc in statistics, data scientist, and an R Shiny developer, certified Scrum Master. And that's me talking right now. So now let's move on. Power BI for data analysis. What is Power BI to start with? Power BI is a data visualization software that's currently one of the most used and sought after software used for data visualization and data analysis. Now, it is also as well a business intelligence tool used by business intelligence experts and also business analysts, data analysts, data scientists, geospatial data scientists, data analysts, and the likes. And it's used to create reports and dashboards. Remember earlier, we talked about how easy it is and how fast and easy it is for the audience to interpret and to understand reports when they are made in visuals. So that's one of the key advantages of Power BI. You don't need to write code. It's easy for you to use. And it's free and easy to use, especially when you're using the Power BI desktop. You do not need any subscription for that. Then you can integrate it with other Office products. Then you can connect it with various data sources. It has almost 70 plus data sources through which you can connect the data. Then you can share reports and as well collaborate with others.
Hello, Mr. Simon. Thank you for joining us, please. Hello, Mr. Simon. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, sorry, I've been muted. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Simon. Thank you for
All right,
bringing
thank you.
attention to that. I forgot
Yeah, I was not hearing at the point.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I was saying is that Power BI, the importance of using Power BI is that one is that it's free and easy to use. And for a layman, you really don't need to know how to code a lot for you to use Power BI, unlike some other softwares for data analytics. Then you can integrate it with other Office products. And then Power BI as well allows you to connect with various data sources. Currently, it can allow you to connect to almost 70 plus data sources. Then you can use it to share reports and collaborate with others online too. So the first thing we should do is to set up Power BI, that is to download and install it on our system from the Microsoft Store. And afterwards, you can get the Power BI services as well used for publishing reports and dashboards online. Then as well, you can share it to others too. Then by the end of this workshop, we expect to have, by the end of this workshop, we expect to have this dashboard here built. So over to tonight's class. So I'll be dropping a link to the chat box now for you to download the resources for the class. So I've sent it. Okay, now, as you said, we'll be loading the Power BI. You can load that one through the, go to your apps, then open. So it's loading. So here I have the Power BI desktop here. So for tonight's class, we'll be getting our data. We have 3 different data sources from which we want to get our data. So the first one is an Excel workbook. So just after clicking the Excel workbook from the option from get data here, I'll go to the directory where the workbook is. So from there, I download, I will present the data here. So the high dimensions, I'll open it. So from here, from this workbook, there are 4 different sheets. I have the product table sheets, the geo sheets, the manufacturer sheets, and the product sheets. So for these analytics, we're just going to be using these first 3 sheets here: the product table, the geo, and the manufacturer sheets. So transform data. Remember earlier when we were talking about the duties of data analysis, we said after getting the data and the data concerned for addressing the business problem he or she is interested in addressing, then it's important to clean the data. It's very, very important to avoid errors. So click on the transform data. So for transformation here, the Power Query is used for transforming data. Then after that, we go to new source, select another data source. This time around it's CSV data source, and that's sales.csv data. So open. So this is the data set. So click OK. So it's as well loaded in here in the Power Query editor. Then the other one, it is a folder that has all the data sets. So go to the folder. So here, I browse down to the directory where the folder is. So international sales folder. So click it. So then click on OK. So then select combine and transform data, because the folder has 6 different tables. So combine the 6 tables, combine and transform them. So okay, then click on OK. So this data analytics, the company Van Asdale is a company that manufactures expensive data products that can be used for fun as well as work. So this company sells their products directly to consumers nationwide, as well as in several other countries. So by the end of this class, we're going to be building a report as the screenshots we showed us earlier. Then this will help, these reports will help analyze and ask those performance by the end of the day. So now we're going to be cleaning this data. So let's start with the product table here. So first thing, let's rename this table here. So we name it to products. So that come down here to the query settings, under name from properties, change it to, you can select and change it, highlight, then change it to the name you want. So you can see it's reflecting here too. So then come to geo too. Because geo could be geology, it could be geologist, anyone, but no, this is geography. It's very important for you to name variables, fields, table, anything in data analytics very well, because it will as well enhance the performance of the analytics and the dashboard. So this one, then this is sales, this is okay. Then this is international sales. Let's have it as 2 words. Okay, yes. This one too is reflected. So now back to products. So yeah, to check for the distribution and as well the missing values and errors in each of these columns, you can come to view here, then check column quality. If I uncheck column quality now and column distribution, there's nothing. But in case I'm interested in knowing the percentage of missing value and errors in each of the columns, then check these two, this thing here, column quality and column distribution. So for column products ID, it says valid 100%, no error, no empty values. And for products column 2, 100% valid, no error and no empty values too. But for column category, they're saying that we have 3% valid, then almost 97% empty, then error 0%. Then the manufacturer ID 2 has 100% valid fields, then the price too has 100% valid. So let's start with this category here. One thing about missing values is that as a data analyst, you should be able to study each of the fields, each of the columns in your table. It will guide you very well. Then you should also study the source and the reason for missingness in your data. There are some data missingness that cause you to maybe errors, but some are actually information on their own. But for tonight's class, we're going to be filling each of these missing values with the upper correct value there. So we come down to fill here, then go to down. So it will automatically fill all the missing value that comes after anyone with what is up here. So we had mix here and everything other here was no. So it's mixing, it imputes every other missing cell here with mix. So then here, that means here we had rural and the other ones were missing. So it imputes them with rural too. You can also do the up. You can impute the missing cells with using upward selection too. But for the class, let's stick to downward selection. So now it says error 0%, then empty 0%. Now we have 100% valid cells here. So now, since all the 5 columns we have in this table are devoid of missing values now. So now let's check for the data type of each of the columns. It's very important for you to ensure the data types actually correspond to the type of data in each of the columns to avoid error later. So here, product ID as number. So you can as well check for the types of the entries in each of the columns here. So this here, we show to us the first 1,000 values, the first 1,000 rows are what Power Query Editor quickly loads here because of memory issue and to avoid slowness. So everything here is number, so it's okay for us to leave it as number. So now to the products table 2. We have text, we have alphanumeric, so it's okay for us to leave it as ABC. ABC is for text, as we have here, ABC is for text. So now to category column 2, mix everything, we have them as alphabet, so it's okay to leave it as text. Then manufacturer ID, let's check in case we have IDs that are alphanumeric. No, everything here is number, so it's okay to leave it as number as we have it say. Then the price as text, no, it's wrong. It's not right for us to have price as text. So we'll have to change this data type. But before we change this data type, let's split this column into 2. So we have the currency in one column and the actual value of the price in another column. So to do this, in Power BI, there are actually several ways of doing something. To split a column, you can use the split column option or as well use column from examples option. So from column from examples option under the add column tab here, I'll select from all columns. So what this does is that I'll just enter USD because I'm interested in splitting this column to have just one column for the currency, then the second column for the actual prices. So if I've entered USD, let me have it as it is in uppercase, USD, click on enter. So it downfills every other cell down here with USD as it is proportionally here. So click on OK. So I have this one as text before delimiter here. So on to the next. Still click on this column, then column from examples. From all columns. So for this, I'm interested in having the actual price of each of the products here. So start with 412.13. Then click on OK. So can you see it has successfully downfilled with the corresponding values from this column price. So now let's rename this column. To rename this, you can just do this and change it to currency. Then change this one to MSRP. So from here, currency, you can leave the currency in text, but the MSRP, change it to fixed decimal number. So now we're good to go. Let me read this to make it more beautiful. So now for the products table here, and for the products column here, we're interested in splitting it into two to have the like for this row 1 to have a pass MA to 01 as one, then all season as another column 2. So here let's use the split column option to split this column. So come down to transform tab here, select split column by delimiter. By delimiter, it means by the specific thing you want to use in separating the values into different columns. So for this, we're using this symbol, since this is a symbol that actually combines both fields there. So okay. So can we see we have this and we have this? So it has successfully separated both. So we change this one to products and change this to category. Oh, oops. So this is products, this is wait, let's leave this one as division. Products category. Okay, let's leave it as division for now. So now to the second table, that's the geography table. So for the geography table here, you can see that the first 2 rows here are filled with errors. You can see they do not conform with the other ones here. I can see last updated, name of the dates, no. So let's remove these 2 rows here. So to remove these first 2 rows, come down to home here. And for home, you move rows because you're interested in removing rows. So to remove the top rows, we click on remove top rows. And remember, it's just the first 2 top rows we're interested in. So click on number of rows, that's 2. Okay. So we've cleared of the 2 first 2 rows. So now you can see that the name of the columns are actually not correct. We have source, public database, but down here we have zip city, state, region, district, and country. So we can see that this is actually the one that is correct. That should be the column name. So we'll be changing this one to the headers. So use first row as headers. So now interesting. So now I have zip, city, state, region, district, and country. So then for the zip column, let's check if the data type, the attached data type are actually correct. For zip, it says it's whole number, which is not correct. There are some countries that have leading zeros for their zip, and even some have alphanumeric. So to be on the safer side, let's change it to text. Text allows for alphanumeric text and as well numbers. So it's okay this way. Then for city, we have, okay, it's in text. That's correct. For state is in text. That's correct. Region 2 is in text. District is in text. Then yes, we see we have alphabetic and alphanumeric values here. So it's okay to have it this way. So then we have country text. So data type are actually correct. So now to check for the view, let's check for missing values in each of these data here. So here it says the zip column has 100% valid cells, which means no missing values. For city has 2% missing values, which is empty. This on 200%. These are 6% missing values. So let's change this. Let's impute the missing values here. Either we impute or remove the missing values. Removing missing values is also another option that we can use. Since the percentage here is 2%, the percentage here is 6%. So I think it's okay for us to remove these missing values. At least they're not up to 30% of the data. So we're good to go. So to remove the missing values, you just uncheck the blank here. Okay. Then here too, the null. Let's do more first. So we'll check it. Okay. It's happened. 44 empty, then just let it be diverse. Let's remove empty. Okay, now we have everything here is we have 100%, 100%, 100%. So no more missing values in each of these columns. So that's good. We are good to go. Now to the manufacturer table. For the manufacturer table here, these last 3 rows should be removed. So come to transform. No, come to home. Remove rows. Remove bottom rows. Either we keep top rows or remove bottom rows. So we want to remove the last 3 rows. Okay. So here we then transpose. So now we have the manufacturer ID, manufacturer and logo, but still the column names are incorrect. So we use first row as headers. So now it's okay. Able to be, let's uncheck these 2 boxes. So now they're able to go here. Then for the sales table, no, let's check first for the, okay, this The data type of manufacturer ID is whole number correct. That of manufacturer itself is text correct. That of logo, which contains link to the logo of each of the manufacturer to is this, so it's correct or good to go. So now for the sales table. For the sales table here, we have 5 different columns. So let's check if we do not have any missing values. So here 100%, 100%, 100%. So we have no missing values. So then let's check if the data type are actually okay. Products ID number, okay, correct. This is dates. Yes, it's dates, okay, correct, because we actually have dates in here. Then for the zip code, it's not right, so we change it to text. In case you have alphanumeric, then select replace current to overwrite what perhaps you had earlier detected the data type to be. So then for the units here, units whole number, that's correct. Then revenue, okay, it's correct. So revenue is in decimal number, so correct. So now to international sales. The international sales table here, we have source name, product ID, dates, zip, unit, revenue, and country. So for the source name here, we will have to delete this first column here. This is as a result of recombining different tables. That's why we have Australia.cs with SAR. These ones are from Australia.csv. Yeah. Then if I should load more here, and see the other tables that were combined with Australia.csv. So these are them. So then let's remove this Nigeria.csv from the data. Okay. No. Okay. So, but then we can now remove this column here. So remove columns. So we successfully deleted the first column. So I have the products ID, the dates, zip, units, revenue, and country now. So for now, for the zip here, it should be in text format. Then the revenue, okay, correct. The country, correct. Okay, yes, correct. The product that it is in number, so correct. But now we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 columns there. Then here we have how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 columns. But note that these 2 columns there, these 5 columns there are like a subset of the columns there, just that country is the different one. So we will be appending these 2 tables here. So by appending the tables, we mean we're going to be adding all the table together. So come to append queries here. So append says concatenate rows from 2 tables into a single column. Remember, I'm just interested in just 2 tables. So the other table to append to it is international sales. So then click on OK. So now, since international sales has an additional column, which is country, that is why we have the country column here now. And here, remember earlier, sales table didn't have the country column. So that's why all the cells here are empty, having no value. So now what do we do? Remember, the sales table itself is the USA sales table, while the international sales are from the other countries. So here, you will be filling these null values with USA. Either we fill it with USA or we use conditional column. Create a conditional column. So if country equals none, then the output should be USA. Wait. Give me a second. Sorry, a call wanted to come in. So if column name, which is country, equals no, then USA. Okay. You know what? Let's delete this. Let's remove this column. Let's just fill our no values here with let's replace the values. No, and replace it with USA. So now we have all the other countries there too. We have Australia, Canada. So we can just um delete it from the model. Okay, no. So let's just okay, you know what? Let's do it this way. When we go to modeling, then we'll disable it from showing. So now we have product table, geography table, manufacturer table, then sales table. Remember everything that we've been doing since the everything we've been doing all this while, we've been using Power Query Editor. So Power Query Editor, one of its functions is that it's used to extract, transform, and load data. So we've been able to transform our data to using Power Query Editor. So this will keep on loading till the first 1,000 rows. So now we're done with all of this. So now everything is okay. Yeah, we're good to go. So during the cutting, okay, no, we didn't remove this column. So remove this column since it's no more useful again. You have the currency and the MSRP already, so you can just remove this column. So the product ID, the product, the label, then the category, the manufacturer ID, the currency, MSRP, and the geography too. Have everything okay, yeah. Then the manufacturer, have everything okay. The sales table too, have everything okay, yeah. So we'll be stopping here for tonight. Thank you very much for being here.
Okay, thank you very much, Faida. So, Mr. Simon, please, do you have any question?
No, for now, data cleaning. Thank you. Is it Bello?
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's Bello.
All right, thank you so much. It's gotten. I actually was not following using my laptop, but it's gotten. I'll go back and use my laptop. I'll using my phone, but I think it's fine.
The
So I go
recordings
back
are
and-
available. So
All right.
just check our YouTube channel, just search for Business Data Laboratory, you will get the recording.
All right, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
all
you
right.
very much for joining the class. My name is
Thank-
Adejimo Ridwan Suleiman. So I'm also an instructor.
Additional.
So it's nice meeting you.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you, too.
Mr. Simon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm happy to meet you too.
So see you tomorrow in our class.
All right, tomorrow. Yeah, thank you.
I hope you'd have been able to lay your hands on what you've done tonight so we can proceed together to tomorrow's.
Yes, I'll copy this link so that
Okay.
if I go back, I'll work on it on my system.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
But wait, let me copy the link before you end the lesson. Sorry.
Okay, no problem, sir.